We're here at the 18th Annual Barnstable Kids Day. We take you inside the fun event on this special segment on Barnstable This Morning. Successful Kids Day in the books for you guys. This must feel great.
Feels fantastic. This is our 18th year. Every year it appears to expand. Someone new shows up, more kids show up. It's fantastic. We're a little bit superstitious with never setting a rain date. 18 years in a row we've had beautiful weather. So
it's kind of amazing, and seeing all the kids out here having fun, the smiles on the faces. We just watched the police dog demonstration. This is really becoming a tradition for a lot of kids in Barnstable.
It is. Not only that, we now have kids here that are volunteering. Either they need hours for school for something, and they come back to volunteer for today because they came here when they were a little kid. 18 years is a long time to be doing this, and to keep something not only going this long, but to expand the way it does really says a lot about our police department, our community fire departments, and the people in the community that, we found something really good here and we ran with it. It's fantastic. It's such a great day.
And it really is a community coming together, because I know so many people, everything here is free today. The food is free, the towels are free, all the activities are free. There's no charge for anything. And that really does take a community to make that happen.
It really does. We have, I can't say enough about the unions that step up. The Barnstable Police Patrolmen's Union steps up big every year. The police department steps up. The fire department step up. Everybody really reaches out ahead of time. I don't even have to call anybody for donations at this point. I get calls, hey, when's Kid Day? I got to get you a check so you can get stuff for the kids. It really is fantastic community that we live in here.
Now let's talk about what Kids Day does for the community, because this really is a way to let the Barnstable Police Department make inroads with the community and develop all that.
It does. The biggest thing it really does for us is it gives us that day with the kids in the community to show them that we're human beings. We're not just somebody on TV, on a police show. We're not just somebody pulling over a car that they drive by. We're here with our kids. We're here to talk to them, to show them the equipment. And it starts that community atmosphere at a very young age. And, for us, it's that B12 shot of, no matter what's going on in the news, anywhere else in the country, in the world, you come to an event like this and you get revitalized about why you became a fireman or a policeman and the good that you bring to the community and why you really do these jobs.
So we're here at Barnstable Kids Day. This was such an awesome day, such an awesome demonstration. I think it's one of the things I hear over and over is the favorite part is the canine demonstration. You really highlighted some of the skills. How do police officers use canines?
We use them in a variety of ways. Here in Barnstable, we have patrol dogs. And what the patrol dogs do is if there's lost people, if there are bad people that have either robbed a bank or broken into someplace, we use our dogs based on human scent to go out and find those people. And we also do evidence recovery, article searches. If people have lost wallets or stuff, we can go out and find them because they have human scent on them. So that's what our dogs basically do here in Barnstable.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. I saw two in the demonstration. They're really trained not to hurt the individual that they're apprehending or searching for. Is that a difficult process? How long does the training take?
The initial training is 16 weeks. It's very intense, and we go through it with the dog as well. So the dog doesn't know anything, and myself as a handler doesn't know anything. And it's 16 weeks of training, and within that training is the search part of it, is the bite work part of it, and people have an idea that we bite people every time we find them, and it's simply not the case. And nowadays, when we do bite, we've gotten so good with our training, it's just a bite and hold, and it very rarely even requires stitches, and we can apprehend the subject and take them to jail.
Now, it was interesting, too. You guys worked with the Yarmouth Police Department during this demonstration today. They have a dog, a drug dog that sniffs. Do you guys share resources and really help each other out with this program?
Absolutely. Sean is over in our town a lot. We currently do not have a drug dog, but we are working on it. We also work hand in hand with the Sheriff's Department, so we really do pool our resources together when need be. If I need another patrol dog on a search because Elvis has gotten tired or something's happened, I can call one of the other Yarmouth guys. They come down, start where I left off, and they do the same thing. It really works out great.
Now, do you take Elvis home with you at the end of the day?
I do. Elvis lives at home with myself and my family, and hopefully I get a couple more years out of him. He's going to be 8 years old at the end of the month, but then he retires with me and lives out a nice, happy, and hopefully fat life for himself when we're done.
So awesome. So cool to see dogs and how much they can do. I think it surprises a lot of people with their abilities. Were you surprised when you went through the training to see just what this dog could do?
I was actually a handler in the military, and I took about a 15-year break before coming out and doing it in the civilian police department. And it's still remarkable for me today, doing it 7 years later, what these animals can do. We sometimes say that we're the dope on the rope, the dope on the end of the leash, and we just let the dogs go and do their thing. And we have great success with them, and they're a great asset to the town.
So cool. And then through the training as well, when you get to the end of the training, you're working. Was it surprising to you to see that the dog can turn it off and turn it back on just with an indicator like the collar?
Yes, it really is amazing. And it depends on the dog. For instance, the Yarmouth dogs that you saw today, they have more of an on-off switch. Elvis, I've learned, doesn't have much of an off switch at home, but it's who he is. And I wouldn't change that because when I get him out on the street, even though I might not be dealing with so much of a family dog, I know what he is, I know what I have. When we get on the street, he is right on, and I couldn't ask for anything more.
The Hyannis Fire Department is always here at Barnstable Kids Day. Such a great day for the kids. Why do you think it's so important for the Hyannis Fire Department to be involved in this event?
I think it's important for the community, not only for the children, but for the adults to come out. And whenever they can see us in an environment that's not an emergency, it's great. You know, typically the only time they see us out on the road is for some emergency situation. They don't have time to ask us questions. We don't have time to explain what we're doing. What's this equipment for? What do you do with all this stuff? They have no idea, the average citizen. So it's great for the adults to come out as well, and the kids bring them here. So, and then it turns out to be just a wonderful community event. So not only educating the public, but we have a lot of fun being with the citizens as well. You know, where can you go and get things for free these days? All these vendors donating their time and their wares to enjoy the day for the town of Barnstable and the Cape for that matter, and come from everywhere.
And boy, does it bring people out. A lot of people are here today. The weather is perfect, the perfect day. And talking about education, you really are providing a firsthand education. You're actually doing a demonstration right behind us right now. And you're demonstrating the jaws of life. Why did you guys want to demonstrate that?
Well, it's one thing, every fire department, we all do the same job, but some of us have some different types of equipment. So in Hyannis, we have the heavy rescue truck. Not every fire station has a heavy rescue truck per se, but they all have some of the same tools. That particular truck has all the tools on one unit for heavy rescue, for when we have to extract somebody from an automobile or they're trapped underneath some heavy equipment or whatever. We have all kinds of lifting tools, jacks, hammers, and the jaws of life. You've heard about this many times over the years, jaws of life. Well, what are they? Basically they're a hydraulic tool that's designed to spread and cut things. I call it the biggest pair of scissors you've ever seen. And what we show is that, you get in a car accident, it's sad, you just damaged and destroyed your car maybe, but you're still alive. And we want to do what we can to help protect you even more. and not cause further injury to you. So we take our time getting the patient out of the automobile, and sometimes what we have to do is cut things away. Sometimes we take an actual car and we turn it into a convertible, we cut the roof right off. And that's to protect the patient, believe it or not, so that we can get in there and put the backboards and the neck collars on the people, maybe give them an IV if they're having some fluid loss. Whatever the case may be, the paramedics can get right into the patient and take care of them. And sometimes we make a big mess, it looks like, but you know what? We saved the person. The person's doing okay because of it. The cars are designed nowadays to basically crush around the patient. So it doesn't take a big accident to destroy a car today. Unfortunately, that part of it, but it saves a lot of people. It really does. So they get to see this equipment and see, well, why do we do that? It's kind of like the old days when people say, why do you chop holes in roofs? You know, we don't have an opportunity a lot of times to explain to citizens that we're ventilating the fire so that we can go in and put the fire out. We have to get the smoke and heat out. So when they see this equipment, they have an opportunity to try to understand a little bit what we do.